I think that last video actually does need an explanation. So, the last video I made was a really bad video. It's a really bad video. It wasn't good, and I can admit it wasn't good. I rewatched it, and it was pretty bad. It wasn't really all that great, and it was just bad. And the review I did last time was for the Star Wars Holiday Special, but it wasn't really much a review. But it basically was just me bitching and complaining that I couldn't come up with anything original to say about it. And the problem with it was, with reviewing it, it wasn't that I couldn't find anything original to say. Honestly, I don't have any idea why I said that. Like, to tell you the truth, I did that review at like 1 in the morning, and I was tired. And then I was so tired, I just could not even get my thoughts straight, and for some reason I did the video. And you might even see me a little bit tired in the video, I don't know. But the point is, it was a bad review, and that whole thing about me saying, oh, there's nothing original I can say, or something that's not funny, or different that I could say like everyone else did, like what can I really say that's different or funny, I honestly really didn't mean that. Like, what I meant by that, it was like, remember, it was 1 in the morning, I could not get my thoughts straight, and I couldn't really, like, think of anything to say about it. So now, I'm doing it now, earlier, before I go out of my mind tired. Why I was up at 1 in the morning, I don't know. And remember, these videos are unscripted, so a mixture of tired as hell and unscripted does not equal a good video whatsoever. So, I will either script these videos. Well, I do sometimes, just like write little notes, whatever. Or I will do these videos earlier, but I just sort of remembered, oh crap, I gotta do it because I promised my last review I'd go ahead and review it. But this time, I will review it with a more positive attitude, and I won't, bitch that I have nothing, to say about it. Because I got a comment for the video, and the guy that commented it is completely correct. Just, like, do a review of it, even if you don't have anything different to say. Just still, like, get your thoughts off. And, yeah, Star Wars Holiday Special. Terrible! It's bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's just bad. Like, first of all, who thought that would be, like, successful? Like, Star Wars Holiday Special. Just saying that just makes me want to, like, burst out laughing. I mean, who thought, like, that's a legitimate question. Like, who thought that was actually going to be any bit successful? Like, it's like making, I actually don't have an example, but it's bad idea. Like, Star Wars Holiday Special, bad idea, not at all cool. Terrible idea. Like, who thought that a mixture, oh, hey, let's make Star Wars with Christmas, it'll be an instant hit. No, it won't. That's why you haven't seen it in, like, years. That's another thing about this. The whole, Star Wars, this Holiday Special has not been seen for years. It's only been aired once. Count it once. Uno. Not dos, not tres. Uno times on television. And you're probably asking, well, hey, 1, 2, 3 movies, well, how'd you, watch it? Or how'd you find it? Well, apparently some guy back when it first came out, like, I guess, like, recorded it, put it on, like, a VHS tape, and it's, like, online now. And, like, you can watch it on YouTube in, I think, like, separate parts, or you can, like, get it, like, as a bootleg. I just watched it on separate parts on YouTube. Really bad quality. But it was terrible. It was bad. It was, like, so incredibly... It was just bad. Just don't see it. Well, actually, kind of see it because... Like, honestly, it's, like, various movies like The Room or Troll 2 where... They're really bad. They're terrible films. Definitely, like, that never should be considered good. But they're so bad that you kind of just should watch them just to, like, laugh and point out all the flaws and inconsistencies. Like, just really obvious stuff. Like, if you really want to point out some obvious, funny, terrible things, Star Wars Holiday Special is for you. It's, like, the perfect, like, riff tracks, like, material. It's like, you'll have a joke, like, every, like, 3 minutes, I bet you. Like, it's just that bad, really. But, see it just to believe it. But, keep, just mentally prepare yourself for it. Just mentally prepare yourself for it because you will not be the same afterwards. You know, I think that's the reason why I didn't do good in that first review. Like, I watched it, and I think just all of the badness just, like, sucked out all creativity or whatever. I actually said that in that review, too, so, you know, whatever. Star Wars Holiday Special is bad. It's terrible. Terrible, you know. I don't even want to say film, because that's kind of like an insult to films everywhere. It's just bad. Like, again, you thought it was going to be good at all. Again, it's not really even a Christmas special. That's why I've been calling it the Holiday Special, and that's why I'll title this video the Star Wars Holiday Special Review, because it's not really a Christmas special. It's mostly a made-up holiday, I believe, called Life Day. I don't know. That's something I never really, I hate when shows and movies do this, where they just, like, they place it around Christmas time, but it's like a made-up holiday. I really don't like that. Just do Christmas, you know? Just, like, do Christmas. I never really liked how it was like, oh, let's make up our own holiday, you know, it'll be fine, but place around Christmas is what I'm going to say, like, place around a different season in the year, you know? Makes a little bit more sense that way, but, you know, I digress. Well, not really. But, overall, terrible. Terrible, bad. It's really just, it's pointless, it's boring, and they actually went to all the effort and all the hard time trying to, like, getting the actors that were in the Star Wars movies, you know, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, James Earl Jones, like, all the main people that were in, you know, Star Wars, and then they don't use them for, like, really anything, like, nothing, like, just absolutely nothing, like, that's like the equivalent of them making another Avengers movies, and then they get Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, you know, Chris Evans, and Mark Ruffalo, and they just toss them aside, have them, like, pop up in a few scenes here and there, and just focus the movie on, like, filing taxes. Like, how boring is that? Like, oh, we'll get, you know, the cool characters, we're not going to show them to you, but we'll just give you the boring side characters that were just made up purely for this thing to even exist. Like, that's so smart, you know? It's like the smartest idea ever, but it's terrible. One other little tiny thing that's actually kind of worth seeing is the little cartoon, like, section of it, like, where it's, like, Boba Fett. Boba Fett, you know, it's supposed to be, like, his first appearance, I guess. I never really understood Boba Fett. Like, he was in the background, but he has a huge fucking fandom. I digress, again. But that part is technically cool. Animation's terrible, but, you know, Boba Fett's in it, so I guess it's considered cool. But, you know, that and the fact that it's so bad you should see it is basically the only thing keeping me from, you know, recommending it to you. But, again, mentally prepare yourself, people. Mentally prepare yourselves, people. Mentally! I'm telling you, do that, or else you will die. You will die, I'm telling you. Okay, you probably won't die, but you'll feel stupid after watching it. But, overall, terrible. I will give it a, like, 1. Only because it's so bad. Like, a 0.5 for being so, you know, bad, it's funny. And another 0.5 for, you know, a Boba Fett, I guess. I guess that makes it a little bit better. But not really. It's so bad. But, you know, don't see it because it, you know, well, okay, see it. But if you don't want it, then don't see it. It's not really all that, you know, whatever. But stay tuned for more Christmas reviews. I promise I won't, you know, be an asshole in the video and just like, you know, just like be like, oh, tired and there's nothing I can say about it. I promise I won't. And I'll come back and review another movie. Not sure about it. Oh, I got a text message. Apparently next week I'm reviewing Jack and Jill. It's going to be a long hour and a half.